Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So, today here we will discuss the grade 4 maths, and the lesson and the chapters are symmetry, data, and graphs. These are the names of the chapter. So, first we discuss the symmetry. Just give me a second, I'm going to check my live is working or not. Alright, so the first lesson, that is identify the line of symmetry, then count lines of symmetry, and then it's rational symmetry. Okay, so first we open the identify line of symmetry here. Okay, first we open and then we'll discuss what is basically the symmetry and all that things. Okay, let me explain. So here, as we know that what is basically the symmetry, lines of symmetry. For example, like here is the rectangle. Okay, now we just cut this rectangle into the two halves. Like here is the first one. Okay, this is one line of symmetry, and then and the middle one here. So here it becomes the two lines of symmetry, and it divided into four equal parts. All right. So this is basically for the rectangle. Now if we are talking about like for the others, like just I'm going to use it here for the square. Okay. Like any other shapes, like for the triangle. Okay. So let's choose it for the square. If I'm going to use for square like that way, in the form of like this way, this is one line of symmetry, and then again cut it from this. Look, so these are four equal parts, and this is basically two lines of symmetry. Now if we are talking about for the triangle, look at here, this is one line of symmetry. Okay, two equal halves, and then if you divide it both more like this way and then like this way, so this is basically the three lines of symmetry. Okay, so here is the triangle, three lines of symmetry. Now, if I'm going to draw some shapes like the shape of the trapezoid and like this way, this is the trapezoid shape. I'm going to draw it like that way. Okay, like this way. Okay, so here is the shape of the trapezoid, and if there is any line of symmetry, because look, when we divide it like this way, so this is greatest, this is less, so there is no. When you just going to divide it like this way, this is again not same, so we can say that in the case of the trapezoid there is no basically lines of symmetry. Okay, so here is no lines of symmetry, only the lines of symmetry occurs like in these kinds of things, which is becomes equals. All right, okay, then let's move to the lesson. So here is the dotted line a line of symmetry? Look at here, it divides into two equal halves. Like here is the shape of the arrow, like this is your shape, and then they just need to cut it out like this way. Am I right? So they just need to cut like this way. So we can say that she like we can say that this is basically cut into the two halves. Okay, then it becomes equal in both of the parts. So we can say that this is basically in that thing. Just give me a second. All right then. So look at here the circle now. Is the dotted line a line of symmetry? Just check it out. So here we draw a circle. Mm, here we draw this circle, and then we just cut this circle into the two halves. So we can say that here it's become two. Here it's become two basically half. So this becomes the line of symmetry. Okay, because this is equal and this is equal. Otherwise, like for example, here is the shape, like some random shape, and when you just cut it down, so this becomes not a line of symmetry. Okay, now check, is that line of symmetry? No, there is no line of symmetry because the one part of that circle is greater as compared to the other part of the circle is too small. So we can say that this is not a line of symmetry. Okay, so let's do some more question. Now tell me, is this dotted line a line of symmetry? Anyone? Tell me about this one. Is dotted line, this one is a line of symmetry? Yes, because this is, look at here in the middle. Good, good Sam. It's in the middle, and then we can say that this is basically the line of symmetry. Okay, look at for that thing. As we know that this is the shape of like the arrow, but it's like a little bit in the form of like this way. So is that line of symmetry? No, it's not a line of symmetry because this is the arrow as we already draw it. This arrow is line of symmetry. But if the arrow shape is like an other shape, so we can say that this is not a line of symmetry. Okay, so that's it. This is the lesson related to that one. Now let's do some test question for that. Okay, is the dotted line a line of symmetry? Yes or no? No, this is not a line of symmetry. Then we can say that for the next, is the dotted line a line of symmetry? Now here check. Yes, this line is a line of symmetry because it's line in the middle of that. So we can say that this is basically the line of symmetry. Okay. Now in this way you can do all the rest of the basically some questions. No, this is not. So here is the count lines of symmetry. There is the second lesson. Let's do for that. How many lines of symmetry does the polygon have? This is polygon. Okay. If I'm going to draw the shape of that polygon here, let me draw it. Like for example, this is your polygon. Okay. We can only divide this polygon into two halves like this way. Am I right? Like two halves. There is no other symmetry, but when we are using like this way, one part is other shape, next part is other shape. If we are going to divide it like this way, this is again the not the shape. Only the line of symmetry for the polygon is one. This is the same lesson as like we have already done this thing. Is there any line of symmetry for that case? No, there is no line of symmetry for that case. Okay. So now, what is the rotational symmetry? First, let's discuss what is the rotational symmetry, then I will tell you what is the meaning of this one. Okay. So what is the rotational symmetry? I'm just going to open this thing. Rotational symmetry definition. First, we will discuss it, okay? Rotational symmetry. All right, then, as we know that, what is basically the rotational symmetry? It's like the, you can say the number of times, like in shapes, when it's rotated, okay? For example, here, how many number of times it's rotated? Like this is square, okay? Let's suppose this is your square, and now here are all the points on that square. Now, when you rotate this square, this is in the form of square. So, when you rotate its shape is same. When you rotate it in 3 times, when you rotate it in 4 times. So, how many times you rotate this one? 4 times. One, two, three, and four. Okay. How many corners? It depends upon the corners of each. Now, for example, let's discuss this one. Like this is the triangle. Then we will discuss like this one. So how many basically the rotationals of the triangles, look at here. This is 1, then 2, and then 3. Okay. So this is basically the rotational symmetry, like how much we can say that 360 we rotate it and then check it out. All right. Now we do the data and the graphs. This is basically the lesson. Okay. Data and the graph, this is the chapter. Now here are all the lessons. Now we discuss this one. First lesson is read a table. Okay, let's do this one. First question. Centrevilla Elementary School polled its students about their favorite vegetables in order to decide which one to plant in a new school garden. Vegetables are given, okay? Vegetables are given, lower elementary students are given, and then upper elementary students are given. Vegetables are spinach, cabbage, onions, and the turnips. Lower elementary students are basically 2, 20, 19 and 18. So how many students voted for onions? Look at here. For the lower elementary student, how many voted for onions? It's for onions like 19, and for the upper elementary student, onions for 3. So how much when you count all of it? So how much in the form of total? When you count it total, how much of it? Because they are saying that how many students voted for onions? Both the students. So 19 plus 3. We're gonna add up both of the things, then we check the answer. Okay, let's do this one. For a class project, students in the Mr. Roth biology course counted the number of red and the gray squirrels at each of the local parks. Parks are given. First one is the Walnut Park, then the Almonds, then the Pine Cone, and then Acorn Park. Then the gray squirrels are given, that is 7, 6, 11, and 5. And red squirrels are given, which is 20, 14, 3, and 20. So, how many more red squirrels are there in the acorn parks than almond parks? So, we just need to check how many red squirrels. We are not using the gray squirrels thing, only the red one, and we check the difference between the acorn and the almond parks. So, when we check the difference, what we do, we are always basically subtractions. So, we subtract these two numbers. So, which number is greater here? Greater is 20 and less is 14. So we subtract 20 out of 14. When we subtract 20 out of 14, so what you got the answer? 0 out of 4 is impossible. So we're gonna just, yeah, 6 is left. That's it. So here we can say that how many more red squirrels are there in acorn park than the almond park. So we can say that 6 basically acorn park that is more than almond park. Okay, all right. Let's do this one. So, an economy tracked amount of per capita aid sent from US to various countries during the 1900s. Aid received per capita from the US. Countries are given Pakistan, Libya, Nepal, and Afghanistan. 1975, these are in the form of dollars 9, 2, 3, and 5. And in 1995, these are the amount. So in 1985, in which we involved 1985, 1975, we are not involved. So in 1985, which country received less aid per capita, Libya or Pakistan? So finding it out the difference between the Libya and Pakistan, and we can see that they are saying that which received less aid. Okay, less one. So check it out. In Pakistan it's $8 and in Libya it's 1. So which one is less? Libya or Pakistan? Obviously Libya. So we can put this one. Okay? All right. Now let's do this one. As part of the project for the health class, Kylie survived local Dallas about the kinds of sandwiches sold. Sandwiches sales are given, shops are given, names of shops. Okay. Now, roast beef sandwiches and the tuna sandwiches. These are given. So, how many more roast beef sandwich than the tuna sandwich did the Cali subs sells? So, we just only involved for the Cali's subs. So, how many more have roasted sandwiches than the tuna sandwiches? We just check it out, and when we find it out the difference, yes, good, it's three more. Let's do the test. Okay, so here is the test questions. So first we discuss the first one. That an agriculture agency is researching how much cheese people have many eating in different parts of the world. So countries are given Germany, Australia, Argentina, Austria, and Canada. Okay, and then in 1996, numbers are given, amount is given 12, 10, 11, 10, and 10. And in 2006 is given. So which country consumes more cheese per capita in 2006? We only um, check 2006. We are not involving in 1996. Okay, and then we check it out. Australia is more than or Argentina. Just check in these two countries. Okay, in 2006, in between Australia and Argentina. So which one? Let's check. So for the Australia, this is 10, and for the Argentina, it's 11. So which country is they're saying that more? So which one is the greatest? That is Argentina. So if we just put that thing here, and let's go with that. Okay. Then next, this one. While looking through the almanac at the library, Alana noticed some data showing the population density of various states. Okay, the population per square miles are given. That are the states, and 1990 is given in 2000. In 2000, how many more people per square miles lived in South Dakota than in the Montana? We only involved in the South Dakota and the Montana, and in which year? Only in the 2000s. And you just need to check how many how many more people per square lived in South Dakota. So how many more people? In South Dakota there is 10 and Montana there is 6. So first you find the difference, and when we find the difference, good. It's 4 more. All right then. Okay, solve this one. A philanthropic organization compared the amount of the money that its member donated a certain causes. Donations are given, persons are given, that is Albert, Coleman, Becky, and the Spencer. Animal rights is given and the clean water is given, okay? These are a given thing. Who donated the most money to animal rights? Check it out for the animal rights. Who donated the most of the money? Albert, Coleman, Becky, or Spencer? Albert. Good. That is Albert. Okay, let's do this one and then we will. I think this is the same thing again. A part of the project for the health class, Kylie survived the local. They list about the kinds of sandwiches sold. Shop is given. Then roasted beef sandwiches is given and the tuna sandwiches are given. So we are only interested in the Callies. So how many more roasted beef sandwiches than the tuna sandwiches is the Cali subs sells? So we just only interested in Callies. So we can say that. Okay then. Sorry about that. Alright then. How many more roasted beef sandwiches than the tuna sandwiches did the Cali sub sells? Roasted beef we are interesting and only for the Callies and the tuna. So how many more? So 8 minus 5 is 3. So we can say that 3 more. Yeah, yeah, okay, I understand. Okay, this one last. Dr. Becker, a zoo director, researched the ticket price at other zoos around the country. So the zoo ticket prices are Los Angeles, Cleveland, Bronx, then childs are given, seniors are given. So how much does a child ticket to the boys zoo cost? Child. We are only interested in the child. So what's the answer for that? Yes, for the child, that is only 3. Yes. Okay. Hope you guys understand this lesson. Then let's move to the next. Interpret a line graph. Okay. So let's discuss this thing. Okay. At Lowell Consulting, the head of the human resource examined how the number of employees with healthcare benefits varied in response to policy changes. Employees with healthcare benefits are given. This is the number of years that is in line between 2012, 2013, 14, 15, and 16. And the number of employees are given. This is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. It's 0 to 100 and then here is the number of years. Did more employees have healthcare benefits in 2013 or in 2012? So look at here. Let me just. All right. So now here I'm going to. So look, this is the thing. As we know that at Lowell Consulting in 2012, okay, there is basically where it stopped. It stopped at 80. Okay, here is the point mark, so we can say that this is on 80. This is 2012. On 2013, point mark is here, and here it's lie over this one at this thing. It's 10. Am I right? This is 10. For 2014, how much of it? It's on 40. On 2015, it's on 30. On 2016, it's on 60. We are involving, did more employees have healthcare benefits in 2013 or 2012? So for 2013, that is 10, and on 2012, that is 80. So we are interested in more employees for 10 and 80. Okay, so which one have more employees? So when we check for the more employees, that is for the 2012. So that is our answer. Okay, if we are saying that, like, which have the basically less employees in all of it, and not in all of it, just checking it out in between 2014 and 2016, then we check it out which one have basically the less employees. So when we check for 2014, that is 40 employees, and when we check on the 2016, that is on the 60 employees. So which one have more? So we can say that 2016. Okay, that is. Now if we're gonna say that by using the same graph, if we are saying that, check it out in between 2012 and 2015, which one have the less employees have healthcare benefits? So for 2012, as we know that it is 80, and for 2015, that is 30. So which one have the more? That is 80. So more have 80 employees. Okay, like on this way. All right. Now here we are using the same figure, and then we discuss all the things. Now let's do this one. In a report on hunting, a wildlife organizations cited the number of deer per square miles. So deer population density is given here. 2007 to 2016, these are number of years, and deer per square miles are given from 0 to 50. So in which year was the deer population density the lowest? We just need to check the lowest one. Okay, so let's, when we check off it, let me put this, and then we check all lowest, greatest, all the thing by one. Okay, so here is the thing, as they are saying that in which year was the deer population density the lowest. So this is the greatest point here, or the greatest point. Where is the lowest point? This one is the lowest point. So at lowest point it is 20, and it's the year is 2013. Okay, not 12. How can you say that it's 12? No, it's not 12. It's 13. Yes, good. It's 13. Okay, so now tell me, in which year, in which 2 years are same the deer population density? In which years have same the deer population density? There are different years like 2007, it's same, 2009 it's same, 2011, 2012, 2014, and 2016. Okay, only the lowest is 1 and the greatest are 2 here. All right. Okay, then yes. Now here we match a graph for that. So check. 2009 it's 50. 2010 it's 40. Let's check. 2009 it's 50. 2009 it's 50 here. But here 2009 it's 100. So it means that graph A is correct. From the very first point we need to know it. It's wrong. Okay? Graph B is wrong and graph A is right. Let's do some test question for that. Okay then. So here is a research group noted the amount of meat consumed per capita each decade. Okay. Annual US meat consumptions per capita is given. Look at here now. This is number of year is given and also the consumption weight is given, that is in the form of kgs. And we need to know what was the per capita meat consumption in 1980. So where is 1980 lie? At this point it's 1980, this one. And in 1980 how much the consumptions? Check it out. That is on 80. So here are the options, that is 80. So we click over that option. Okay, so for the next, uh, which line correctly shows the data? In 2009 it's 50. First check. 2009 it's 50. And here 2009 it's 100. So it means that very first graph is right and the second graph is wrong. Okay? From the very first point we need to know it. Alright. Johnny, a doctor office receptionist, tracked the average waiting time at the office each month. Then average waiting time at a doctor office, months are given and waiting times are given, that is in the form of minutes. So how much longer was the average waiting time in June than the July? So we need to know these are number of months, okay? So how much longer in June or July? Check it out for June and check it out for July. First for June. June is 50 and the July is 40. And they're saying that you just check how much longer was the average waiting time in the June than in July. Okay? One is for 50 and the other one is for 40. So how much of average, which one is greater? That is for the 10 basically. Difference is that, then we can say that this is the thing. Okay? Now check this one. At Lowell Consulting, the head of the human resource examined how the number of employees with the healthcare benefits varied in response to the policy changes. Number of year is given and number of employees are given. So employees with healthcare benefits. So we need to know, did more employees have the healthcare benefits in 2013 or 2012? Okay, so we need to check in both of it which have more. More have healthcare benefits. In first check 2012. In 2012 it is 80, and in 2013 that is only 10. So which have more? 2012 or 2013? Answer me. It's on 2012 because it's on 80, and this one is less because it's 2013. That is only 10. So more have 2012. Okay, then look at this. Each year the Campbell School District publish its annual budget, which includes the information on the sports program per student spending. Campbell School District sports budget number of year is given 2009 to 16, and per student budget is given, that is from 0 to 100. Okay, then they're saying that what was the Campbell School District's per student sport budget is 2015. So check it out for 2015. How much of it? That is $60. Look at here. 2015, it's here. Now that is only 60. So here is the 60. Okay, then. Now, the manager of the ISIC coffee counted cups of coffee sold each day to determine the night quantity of coffee beans to roast. Then for the coffee sales, day is given: Monday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Wednesday. Cups sold are given. On which day were the fewest cup of coffee sold? We just check the fewest day, like it means the smallest. At which point, which one is the smallest point? On Monday, it's 40. On Sunday, it's on 70. Thursday, it's 10. And on Friday, it's 90. Saturday, it's 50. And Wednesday, it's 10, 20. So you guys tell me which one has the fewest cups of coffee. So which one? Thursday? Yes, it's right. It's on Thursday. An investor tracked the daily price of his favorite stock. Stock price is given. Okay, look at here the number of days. Every day the stock price is given. Monday from to Thursday. Did the stock price increase or decrease between the Wednesday and Sunday? So check it out. So you just check between the Wednesday and Sunday. Here is the Wednesday and here is the Sunday. Wednesday, this lie in the second point. At this point, this one. And here is on the Sunday. It's increase or decrease. Check it out. It's drop. Like look, it's on 70, then it decrease on 60, then it decrease on 40. So we can say that it's decreases. Okay? So here it's decrease. Good, it's decreases. So for that, Clara parents kept track of the number of the times on the attendance office called to report that she had been late for school. Time Clara was late to school. So number of times are given 0 to 10, and here are the number of months. In which month on the graph was Clara late to school the most time? At which month on the graph? We check it out at which month the Clara late to school the most time. Number of times are given 0 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, so most time she lates at peak value on basically December. Okay, two options are given, December or May. On May it's not late, it's only the 4 minutes, or you can say that 4 minutes. But on December it's on 8. Sorry, it's on 9. Okay, 9 minutes are late. Okay, then we just put it on the December. Let's do two or three questions and then we'll finish up the session. In a in a report or hunting, a wildlife organization cited the number of deers per square miles. Okay, in which year was the deer population density the lowest? Just in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, deer population density number of year is given, and deer population that is in the form of square deer per square miles. So, in which year was the deer population density the lowest? Check it out for the lowest one. In which year? 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16? Check it out. This is greater. Only the lowest is 2013. 2013. That is the lowest one. And what are the greatest one? Greatest one is 2008 and 2015. But here we only involve the lowest one. Okay, so the lowest one is this one, that is 2013. So just put it out 2013, because two options are given, 2013 or 2014. 14 is in the middle. So we can say that this is not, only 2013. Okay, then this one. Della kept the track of how long it took to finish his homework each day. Time Della spent on homework. Days are given Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday, and Friday. Number of minutes are given. Did Della spend more time on his homework on Monday or Sunday? Monday or Sunday? So on Monday, we check the time. She takes 70 minutes, and on Sunday 80 minutes. So which one have spent more time on which day? Sunday or Monday? One is on the basically on Monday. It's on looks 70, and it's on Sunday it's 80. So we can say that more time spent on Sunday. Okay? All right. So now today we will discuss the two chapter, symmetry and data and graph, and we only done the data and graph first two lessons for that. So now before starting the next session, you guys make sure to understand all the previous lessons, and if you still need any help in any of the lesson, any of the chapter, then you can contact on the tutors that are available on the Skypes Monday to Friday 5 to 9 p.m. All right, now have a good day, you all. Bye.